experience and serving the patient at a high level. If they can't accurately tell that person how much that person owes, what's their share of payment for us to render this treatment, that's a breakdown in that patient service, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big piece of where Edison shines, is in delivering that information accurately so that the patient, there's just no surprises, right?
Right.
And not a whole lot of heavy lifting on the part of the administrative team to try to backwards calculate what those numbers might look like. So you've just greased the wheels for that patient as they navigate their way through your practice.
Right. Edson tells you obviously how much the service costs, and then also pulls up how much the carrier is willing to, the allotted amount that they're going to charge you. If there's a difference there, it's really quick calculation. You owe $50. Your insurance covers the rest.
And it's a two-prong result is what we're shooting for here. One is I come in and have a crown done. It costs $1,000, let's say, and I'm just paying $500 of it. I owe $500 of it. So when I'm walking out the door, they want to collect that $500 right now because the ability to collect that goes down exponentially the minute I walk out the door without paying, right? So we want to try to improve time of collection services. Two, if I come in and they say, hey, by the way, you're going to owe $600 or whatever, right? And then they don't, and then I pay it, and then insurance pays something dramatically different than what you told me. Then I get a bill for another $200. I'm going to go, so $600. Why would I pay this? Like, your insurance, your insurance didn't pay what we thought, but the mentality of the patient is, you told me $600, that's what I'm paying.
Right.
And I'm like, even though I signed a patient agreement saying, I fully understand that if insurance doesn't pay what we expect, and these are only estimates, I am responsible for the difference. That's all out the window when it really happens.
Sure. Yeah, it's just a breakdown, like you said, Rob, of that relationship.
What do you want to do, right? Do you want to send me to collections and lose me as a patient also?
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe you do, right? Maybe I'm a pain in the ass. Go.
Yeah.
Take your shit somewhere else. But we obviously want to avoid that if possible.
Definitely.
It's not an exact science because, there's a whole lot of factors that we may or may not know. Like, we assume that you have $1,000 in benefits because you come to our office. What we don't know is that, you took your kid to the orthodontist, right, and didn't tell it, and we didn't know about it, and you used up all your available coverage for that person. Then we just did a bunch of dentistry, and that claim's denied. You have no coverage left.
And frankly, there's just times that the insurance company comes back and says, yeah, I know you did this. You did a crown. We really don't think that was necessary. So we'll give you $200 for the composite fee, but we're not going to pay for that crown, right? And so then of course the practice goes to battle, and they share the X-rays and the pictures and the whole thing. You go to bat for the patient, but at the end of the day, they don't have any real control over what the insurance company is going to kind of check for.
Man, it is absolutely crazy that they are the ones to determine what medical procedure is needed.
Oh, yeah.
That's really messed up.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, there's kind of a standing joke that, on Fridays that the insurance manager walking the floor would walk by his claims adjusters and just take the sled of paper and, those claims go in the trash. And you didn't see them, did you? I don't know where those went.
Left the window open. There's blowing papers everywhere.
Wow.
So, deny is kind of the default position in a lot of cases. It's getting a little bit better. Some of the electronic communication and processing has helped with some of that, but not all of it.
Jeez.
Well, there's some new insurance stuff going on in the market. Have you seen any of this yet? Where there's one company I know, and they're going nationwide, where their deal is this. They share the premiums with the dentist, and there are no claims. There's nothing. So I buy this insurance. I get 50% off my crowns. I get cleanings, whatever. The dentist gets paid directly from the carrier based on the premiums that they collect.
Yeah.
And then they collect the 50% or whatever at time of service. And there's no max. There's no denies. There's no nothing. Period.
Yep.
And if it catches on, these insurance companies will be rendered obsolete.
Well, it's how it should be, really, right?
That seems
it's
cool, yeah.
it's an improved variation on capitation plans.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, my buddy Dave signed up for it, and it makes so much sense to me.
What's the name of that company?
The one I'm thinking of, I can't remember what it's called. I don't remember. Anyway,
I'm not sure.
Come on in.
That's all right.
My computer's being delivered.
Oh,
Hey, look at that.
that is service.
Yeah. Okay.
I gotta go to school.
Go see it.
That's my favorite thing.
Happy Friday, buddy.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I was involved in. I was doing a presentation when it ran over, so she took it over for me. Now it's done. Now she delivered my computer back. I'm whole again.
All right. So let's use that to jump to the last piece here, last topic, which is the insurance management piece. And already I could tell this one's going to be a little over my head. So maybe we can start from the beginning. So the topic is for this article is insurance estimating and claims management. What are the I'm trying to think what to even ask here. So I understand that the doctors have to estimate how much the insurance is going to spend. There could be some there's some difference there in what the insurance company will spend. Then there's that big issue. But Rob, like you just mentioned, it's important to be as accurate as possible to give the customer a good experience and to also, get paid what you're owed. So it sounds like it's a problem if you don't have the right tools in place. Insurance management is.
Right, and there's two pieces to that, right? One is I want to be able to estimate accurately as I can so I can improve my time of service collections. In other words, so Rob will pay what he owes, what his portion is, every time I get the work done, or before. I mean, if possible. When that happens, right? They're like, hey, your portion is going to be $250. We need a credit card, and we're not going to make the appointment for you, right? And then step two is we need good tools for managing those claims that are actually out there, right? Because there's two things that move the needle, right? Improving my time of service collection, right? Rather than kicking that collection down the road. And two, making sure we stay on top of all of the claims that we have out that need to be paid, right? At a given time, I could have hundreds of insurance claims out to the various carriers out there waiting payment. So obviously, the better job we do at managing that, making sure they pay those as quickly as possible, and getting on top of anything that's getting out there a little bit in age, will obviously dramatically improve, my revenue, my collections. Because at the end of the day, collections come from patient and the insurance companies, and the better job we do at getting that as quickly as possible, the better our collection efficiency is as it relates to we produced this, we collected this.
Yeah, so there's two buckets, right? There's the patient, the money that they owe the practice, whether they're in insurance or not, right? If I'm a patient that's just a cash patient, how do we collect on that, right? The way it works today in a lot of cases, especially if there's insurance involved, it'd be like if you went to your favorite taco shop and you had your taco and then they sent you a bill for the taco and hoped to chase you down for that $3, right? That's how it works in an ill office today for the most part, unless they're proficient at this time of service collection. You got to pay, whether it's credit card, cash, whatever. You owe us $3 for your taco, and I expect you to pay before you walk out of the restaurant.
You want to owe somebody, you can owe MasterCard or Visa.
Yeah, right, exactly.
No, that's still.
Yeah, so there's that AR bucket, right? Those patients that we've allowed to walk out the door with a bill money owed of some kind. Then there's the AR bucket that is insurance company related, right? Which is inherently always going to be in the rears because they have to submit that claim, it has to be processed by the insurance company, and then paid usually in a large check for, any number of services rendered for a variety of patients. So that can be, what's average turnaround time? Probably
72 hours to a week.
Yeah. So there's always going to be AR, certainly in the insurance bucket, but to Rusty's point, the more proficient they are at monitoring those and chasing those down,